I heard of UNCF through word of mouth from a close friend, his mother, and basically I was told that I should apply because it's a really good program and they're just really willing to help, and that's really what I needed at that time. So I would just like to thank UNCF for allowing a small town kid from Pittsburgh, California to be able to achieve his dream of coming to a four-year university. Without being here, I would have never been able to experience meeting some of the people that I've met. I've made new connections here. I've been able to play sports and get a deeper understanding of not only this surrounding area in Norfolk, but the people that actually reside here and that are from the neighboring cities. If I wasn't given this opportunity to come to Norfolk State, I would probably be working at a small business back home, not really bettering myself as much as I am while I'm here. I feel like coming to school made me motivated to not only be a better me, but just learn more and go somewhere deeper in life than just working a 9-to-5 job. So I feel like financial support can be really helpful to somebody that was in my situation, because coming from Pittsburgh, a lot of people aren't given that opportunity to go to school, and a lot of them either drop out through high school or they go straight to work right after. And so I feel like given that opportunity of being supported by somebody outside of your community and somebody that doesn't know you directly can give you a lot of motivation and just make you feel like you need to go to college and be something bigger for yourself.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live virtual UNCF Detroit 32nd Annual Walk for Education. This year we had to do things differently thanks to COVID-19. And I wanted to make sure that we still found a way to celebrate this 32nd year of raising funds for UNCF's mission, its member institutions, and the students that we serve. And I wanted to take the time this morning to just remind everyone why we do what we do. This event's purpose is to raise funds for our 37 member institutions and to bring in scholarships that will help students who are underserved and underrepresented be able to get to and through college with as much financial relief as possible. So I wanted to also, take the time to give a shout out to our UNCF National Alumni President, Mr. Anthony Brown, who is the force behind this morning's live feed and the presentation. So I wanted to make sure that he is acknowledged. He is a proud grad, and if I get this wrong, I might get fired, Bethune-Cookman. And so, Anthony, I appreciate you and all that you have done to help make this happen. So we want to get right into it because we have a tight, quick, short, brief program, because there are some other things that other teams are going to do on their own afterwards. And so I want to make sure that we are respectful of everyone's time. So the first thing I have to do is I have to take the time to acknowledge all of our sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do half of what we do. And for that, UNCF, the Michigan office, we are forever grateful for your continued partnership. We have had with us for the entire 32 years, one of our presenting sponsors, Ford Motor Company, who has been at the helm with us from day one. General Motors, who's also been with us from day one, and not day one of the walk, but day one of UNCF's existence for the last 76 years. And so for that, I do say thank you for consistently and constantly supporting UNCF, for constantly supporting the Michigan campaign, and not just the walk, but all of what we do for UNCF across the country. So thank you for that. To my master sponsor, my diehard, give me what I ask for, be it in volunteerism, human resources, personnel assistance, AAA, the Auto Club Group. I appreciate you so much for continuing to step up and to let your presence be known and to constantly provide me with whatever assistance that I am in need of on so many levels. To our newest master sponsor, Imagine Entertainment, Paul Glantz, who made it his business to reach out to try and figure out how he and his company can make a difference in the lives of our students and our institutions. And so they are a brand new sponsor to UNCF, a brand new partner to UNCF. And so for that, I want to say thank you. To my wonderful, wonderful, wonderful bachelor sponsors, Comerica Bank, Marvin Rushing, who kicks in doors and who's consistently bringing new ideas to the table to see how we can increase visibility within the community. I appreciate you so much for making UNCF an internal name within the Comerica system. To Hinkle, Anthony Johnson, who there are no words. There's so much to come with the partnership from Hinkle that's new, that's exciting, that's different, and it's all because of the leadership of Tony. You have no idea how excited we are for where we are going in this relationship, this partnership with Hinkle. To our tuition sponsors, Ascension, Nadine Cook, who made sure that Ascension was at the table this year. TCF Bank is a brand new sponsor to this event, and to UNCF in Michigan. And so I wanted to say thank you to Kim Nestor for making sure that we had this connection. We didn't have a whole lot of time, but you still made sure that TCF was at the table. And another tuition sponsor, Zan EDU, who they decided that they wanted to join the cause. And so for that, I appreciate all of our sponsors We couldn't have done this without you. Even though we are not live at Belle Isle like we normally would be, there still have been a force of volunteerism behind raising the funds, behind coming up with new ways to raise funds out of the norm in this new virtual environment that we're in. And I must say thank you to all of you, all of the team captains who have taken this on as a personal mission of theirs, who decided that no matter what, they were going to step up and figure it out. And so for all of you who have stepped up and figured it out, the numbers are the proof in the pudding, and which we will get to later. But I am so excited about how we have figured this out in the midst of a pandemic, how to quickly shift and quickly come up with ways to still continue to support our member institutions and our students. And for that, from our volunteers, thank you so much. As I've mentioned the names, I want to take the time to hear from our walk co-chairs who have just reached out in a way that lets me know this is not about being seen. This is not about how we can promote only and market our own business, but this is a personal endeavor for them. And I want to hear from our, not only a co-chair for the walk, but he is our Detroit Leadership Board's chair, and that is Deon Stevens, who's the vice president and assistant treasurer at AAA, the Auto Club Group. I think you're on mute, Deon.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Patrice. Like you said, my name is Deon Stevens, Morehouse alum, assistant treasurer at AAA, the Auto Club Group, and also the chair of the UNCF Detroit Leadership Council. On behalf of the UNCF Detroit Council, I would like to thank all of you who have taken the time to participate in this year's virtual walk for education, and most importantly, supporting its mission in building a robust pipeline of underrepresented students who become highly qualified college graduates. While this is the 32nd year of the annual event, it is arguably one of the most critical to support this vital cause due to a global health threat and the current economic, social, and political state of our union. So we are truly experiencing unprecedented challenges in providing equitable access to college education for underserved students. So UNCF has been a stellar pillar of support for our communities of color for over 75 years, and has been pivotal in helping Black students overcome many challenges that come with obtaining a college education. And as some people may know, in fact, to date, more than 500,000 students have received degrees thanks to the UNCF. At AAA in Michigan, we have supported the UNCF Walk since its inception. And despite the turbulence of 2020, we've made sure this year would not be any different. So I'm extremely proud to work for an organization and with colleagues that have rallied to support this truly life-changing initiative. In fact, our efforts have again brought back the annual UNCF Walk for Education corporate giving trophy for the 5th year. And while proud of this achievement, I can tell you that our support at AAA will continue and extend beyond today's event. And I encourage all of you watching to do the same. Support today's event by posting images and encouraging words using the hashtag UNCF Detroit Walk. And please encourage your friends, families, and others to support UNCF Detroit in its work to help Michigan students of color achieve their highest aspirations through college education. Thank you, Patrice. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Deon. And again, thank you to AAA. At this time, I would love to have Anthony Johnson, who is the president of the African American Alliance of Metro Detroit for Hinkle Corporation, to also have words. Tony.
Thank you, Patrice. Good morning. On behalf of the Hinkle Corporation, I would like to congratulate the United Negro College Patrice and the entire team in these challenging times on having this year's virtual walk. It's like you said, Patrice, you found a way. Hinkle has been involved with this event for a number of years, and we are honored and proud to participate in contributing to this event. You know, myself as a graduate of Howard University, I truly understand, you know, the difficulty when going to school and needing money. I would also like to thank our entire employee resource group, the African American Alliance of Metropolitan Detroit, and all of the Hinkle employees who supported this year's walk through our various fundraisers and encouraging words. I would ask everyone to continue to support UNCF as the organization continues in these unprecedented times. And I look forward to next year, while we are doing activities separately and virtually this year, being back together again. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. And if we could have now Marvin Rushing from Comerica Bank. He's the Vice President and Retail District Manager. Marvin.
Let me adjust this a little bit. So first off, thank you, Patrice, Neal, and UNCF for all you do to enrich our youth and make our world a better place. Good morning. I'm Marvin Rushing, the Vice President for Comerica Bank. And on behalf of my fellow colleagues at Comerica, we thank you for participating today and supporting UNCF. Comerica is a proud sponsor of this year's walk, and we value our continued partnership with UNCF. Comerica has proudly participated in all 32 installments of this annual fundraising walk. I'm supported by my fellow colleagues here in Michigan, their families and friends who contribute to our campaign, which has raised over $20,000 this year. We're excited that we've also raised nearly $160,000 over the past decade to support UNCF. This initiative echoes our mission statement, raising the expectations of what a bank can be, as evident through our involvement as a true community partner. We're here today because we recognize the importance and the value of a college education. Through our collective efforts, we're ensuring that UNCF has the resources to continue supporting Michigan students who aspire to attend colleges and universities across the country. The need is even greater today due to the pressures created by the pandemic. By your presence today, I know all of you recognize the critical role education plays in the lives of our youth. Thank you for helping create a brighter future for tomorrow's business and community leaders. Comerica is proud to walk side by side today with you in spirit and virtually. So thank you, Patrice, and thank you, UNCF.
Thank you, Marvin. And at this time, I believe Frederick Toney, who's the President of Global Customer Service at Ford Motor Company. Frederick, are you on?
I am on. Thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, good morning to everyone. I just wanted to also thank the UNCF team leaders, including yourself, Patrice, for your tremendous leadership in facilitating this process. I find that it's becoming easier and easier to deal with you guys and how you guys make things simple, and especially in this year of virtual sort of interaction. And I want to congratulate all of the participants for their roles in raising money this year. I'm not sure what the total, I guess you'll tell us later, but I wanted to say that UNCF continues to be a tremendous stepping stone for those kids. Many times they're first generation students to get a degree, and the impact they have in the Black community is incalculable. It's just incredible what it does for all of our Black community to have people who are moving to the next level of education, and they become pillars in the community that leads to so many other positive things. You know, I was doing a study in historic Black colleges and university provide 3% of the total degrees granted in the United States. And yet 16% of all engineers come from those Black institutions. Another 22% of all degrees, Blacks with computer science degrees, come from historical Black colleges and university. And so you can see that our historical Black colleges and universities punch above their weight. And so we need to continue to support those institutions. And I'm very proud that Ford has been able to raise about $1.6 billion, $1.6 million, I should say, over the last 10 years that I have been associated as the executive champion at Ford. And I wanted to thank Valencia Parker for her team captaincy this year, and she's done a tremendous job. And I also wanted to call out Allison Nelson, who works in our Office of General Counsel, who raised about 90,000 of the 133,000 that we generated this year. And I also wanted to tell General Motors, who I think is going to take on the trophy again this year for raising the most money, I want to challenge you to, in 2021, to exceed your all-time high. I don't think either of us would be particularly happy with this year's total because of the COVID-19 pandemic environment. We were not able to do our normal fundraising efforts, but we need to double down next year. In fact, I want to tell you that we're coming after you. And I've not said that out loud, and I've not said it before, but we intend to win next year. So y'all better bring it because we're coming. So on that note, I want to thank all of the Ford team captains who worked so hard this year and raised the funds that we did. I'm very proud of you and so honored to represent you today. And on that note, I'll turn it back to you, Patrice, and thank you for everything that you do for all of the UNCF and all of the students who benefit from your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, Frederic. And on that note, I love the friendly competition amongst our teams, our corporate teams and individuals and such. And then on that note, then we will have our final remarks from our co-chairs by Telva Magruder, the newly named Chief Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer at General Motors. Telva, I think you heard the challenge very clear.
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here with you this morning. On behalf of the General Motors African Ancestry Network and the entire General Motors community, we are more than proud to support the UNCF year after year since its inception, as Patrice said, and certainly for every year of this walk. And we don't do it because we did it before. We do it because we care. And I know that's true for everyone. All the co-chairs and everyone watching today. So thank you for caring, and we can do amazing things when we care. This partnership is extremely important, and we know that it's important for the students, and we're going to keep that going. And if we think about this year, 2020, it has been a really difficult year. We all know that. I'm stating the obvious, but we've been talking about getting through it. You'll hear that all over. We'll get through this together. And we really want to think about this as living through this together. And in the context of UNCF, we're not just living for ourselves, we're living for these students. I am more than proud of our G-Man team, of the core team that helped ideate all the new things that we needed to do this year to ensure that we could invest in students, and of all of our captains throughout the company that have been evangelists for the UNCF and for the value of an education and the meaning of investing in that education. I could not be prouder, but more importantly, I couldn't be prouder of all the students that are investing in themselves, and we're supporting that. I look forward to revving it up more next year, and I didn't expect Frederic's challenge, but I'll tell you what, this year, you all had us moving, and it was a tough year this year, you're right. None of us have raised as much as we know we could if we were in our normal live environments. But the Ford team absolutely did a great job this year and really had us rev it up. We will rev up more next year, Frederic. We accept your challenge to beat our all-time high. And we aim to do that every year. But right now we can feel your footsteps. So let's do this. Thank you, everyone. On behalf of General Motors, we're really proud to support the UNCF.
Thank you, Telva. It sounds like we're going to have quite the competition next year, not in miles walked or run, but in dollars raised. And so I'm excited. Again, thank you to all of our co-chairs, to all of our sponsors for continuing to press on and support what we do at UNCF. I do also want to give a shout out to some of our other teams who took it upon themselves to make sure that they helped to raise money. We have some of our Greek organizations who jumped in the entire body. They didn't bother with feet, they just dove in. And we have the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. They jumped in and said, let's help make this a successful event. We also had our Detroit Inter-Alumni Council, who always come to the table to make sure that students like they were are supported and funds are raised. And this year I have a special personal shout out to Loretta Watson, who has been committed as a volunteer to UNCF for long before I even showed up. And I've been here for 21 years. She decided instead of gifts for her birthday, she would form a team and she would have them donate to UNCF. So Loretta, thank you for your passion and your love for UNCF. I know everyone's been waiting to hear these numbers, so we'll get right to it. And these numbers are as of 5:30 yesterday evening. So I know they have since changed. And as of 5:30 yesterday, UNCF in the midst of Detroit Walk for Education in the midst of a pandemic has raised $427,325 in the middle of a pandemic with a virtual event. And for that, I salute all of you. Our goal is $500,000, which we will soon see. I truly believe the site stays open until October 31st, so donations can continue. But from my heart and from my position and from UNCF and from our CEO, Dr. Michael Lomax, and everyone that hold UNCF up, I appreciate all of your efforts. We are still and will continue to be the #1 walk for education within UNCF's network. And again, I love setting trends and showing people how to do it right. And that's what we do in Detroit. We do it the right way. And so for that, I really appreciate you all. Now on to the trophy presentations. I know this is very important. The money is great, but I do know how we feel about our trophies. I want to start with, we have a category for top Greek fundraising team. And I didn't see them coming. I promise you, I didn't see them coming. I received a phone call, and next thing I knew, numbers were ticking. And so the winner of this year's top Greek fundraising team is Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. As of yesterday evening, they had raised $6,342. And might I note, they raised that within about 2 weeks' time. And so I don't know, I believe, Larminder Davis, are you on to accept this trophy? I don't know if Larminda is, are you there?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It is so wonderful to see the Deltas have joined the mission of UNCF for the UNCF Detroit Walk. And you have a minute or so to make your remarks, please.
Well, good morning. Thank you so much. My name is Larminda Davis, and I am the president of the Detroit Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And this year we partnered with some of our sister chapters from Southfield Alumni, Pontiac Alumni, and our newly chartered Macomb Alumni Chapter. And as GM and Ford has this friendly competition, we do the same within the Greek world. And so I would like to encourage all of the other Greek organizations to let's continue this friendly competition to raise money for such an important endeavor. Delta Sigma Theta is proud to support the UNCF this year, and every year it's one of the organizations that we are committed to. And as our soror Marian Wright Elderman has said, education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and world better than you found it. And we thank the UNCF for their diligent efforts to ensure that our young people get the college education that they need. Delta is proud to support UNCF, and we stand in agreement with you all wholeheartedly that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. So thank you so much for this honor and this trophy, and let's go to the other members of the Divine Nine. Let's do this.
Thank you so much, so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. And remember that so we can still collect donations. Next, we have the top mid-sized corporate fundraising team. And I'm sure he'll remind me how long they've had this trophy. But as I said to them privately, I love the friendly competition that went back and forth in the last 10 hours to continue to show that they are number one. And when I say competition, I mean in donations. They went back and forth for a few hours. And that is none other than AAA, the Auto Club Group, who as of yesterday had raised $19,823. Dion? Are you there? There you go.
Thank you. 5 years in a row, Patrice, if you wanted to know. But thank you very much. We appreciate it. I appreciate the competition. Comerica definitely helped motivate us this year. But yes, the AAA organization has raised, as of to now, over $20,000. Very, very proud of that. And once again, we're working from home in the virtual world. So it was a great, great effort from us. And I really want to say thank you to everybody. And once again, we're in full support of the UNCF mission. And we'll be competing ongoing with all the mid-sized companies going forward. So bring it.
Yet another challenge. I appreciate you, Dion. Thank you so much. And to the top corporate fundraising team for the entire walk for education. And I think we're going on year 21, I believe, and that is none other than General Motors. As of yesterday evening, they had raised $191,431 and counting, I'm told, and counting. And so Telva, congratulations again for this trophy win.
Thank you, Patrice. It's super exciting. And no, we are not done yet. We are not done. We are still raising money and happy to do that. And we know that that this walk continues through the end of October, and we're going to keep going with our teams. So thank you. It's super exciting. As I mentioned before, if a little friendly competition is never horrible, particularly when we're in service to students. And we're proud to be the highest corporate fundraiser yet again. It's over 20 years, around 21 years, yes, and we plan to keep it going. And here's what's so exciting about this year. We got started late. We didn't know exactly what we were going to do, just like all of the rest of you out there, but we figured it out. And I'm so proud of Derek Parson and Kelly Williams, who are co-leads for this year's campaign, of Ben Bohannon, who leads us from our customer care and after sales team, and of all of our other core team members, as I said before, and all of our captains and our manufacturing sites, as you all may know, that are in the manufacturing business. These are not usual times. And our manufacturing team members continue to do a fantastic job to figure out a way to keep people safe and yet to care about these students. And they are no small part of what we've done here. A lot of it's been virtual, but a lot of it's been live. And so we thank you for that. Let's do it again next year. And let's keep the competition going. We raised the virtual trophy, and all of you enjoy your time exercising this morning. Thanks.
Thank you to everyone. And it's actually 8:59, and it's about that time for me to introduce to all of us who are going to get out and move in some form or another, none other than Dr. Tara Johnson, who is a proud Bethune-Cookman alum. Dr. Johnson,
Hi, good
if
morning.
you can stretch us out.
Good morning. Yes, I'm here for everyone to stretch before this walk run this morning, remembering that we are all athletes, and as an athlete, no matter your pace, how fast you walk, how fast you run, that it is important to stretch before you exercise. So we'll begin with warming up our ankles with ankle rocks. So we're going to go from heel to toe, and you're going to feel that in your calf muscles and your hamstrings. We'll start with 1 to 10. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and already you should feel your calves warming up and your hamstring. Now we're going to do a calf stretch with our right leg forward. We're going to push our heel into the ground, and while leaning, we're going to lean forward, and you should begin to feel that stretch in your calf muscle. Make sure that your torso is lifted. And then we're going to do our other side, where we will step our left leg forward with our heel into the ground, lean forward. Your toes should be pointed straight ahead, and you should feel that stretch in your calf muscle. Now we're going to do a stretch for our quad, where you may need a chair or wall to balance. We will do our stand on one leg, so we'll do our left leg, where we will pull our foot to our glute and hold. If you need to modify that, you can use whatever you're using to balance and just lift your left leg and hold. When you're stretching, your stretches should be comfortable. There should be tension and pressure, but no pain. So if you're feeling any pain, you want to release that stretch. Okay, now we'll do our right leg. We'll lift our foot to our glute and hold for 10 seconds. Okay, so that was our quad stretch. Now for our hamstring stretch with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to extend our right leg out. Our heel will be planted into the ground, and we're going to point our toe up. So your toe up, and extend your right hand to the toe. So to your toe that is pointed up, extend your right hand. See if you can see me better. And hold. And now we'll do the other side, where you're going to have your left leg extended forward, your toe up, your hips back, and extend your left hand to your left toe and hold. Okay, now with that stretch, we'll do a stretch for our IT band. And what we'll do here is our left leg behind our right leg, our hips square in front of us. Our right hand will go on our hip, our left hand straight up, and we're going to lean, pushing our hip out, extending our hip, leaning to the right. You should feel that stretch from your shoulder to your hip, all the way down into your IT band. And now we'll do the other side. Our right leg in front of our left hand on our hip, arm right hand up, straight, and reach. Reach the right hand to your left side. Make sure you're pushing your hip, extending it out. And you should feel your stretch all the way down. All right, now we want to just open up our upper body. So we'll do some arm swings across. When you're walking or you're running, you want to make sure that you also loosened up your upper body. And we also do some arm circles going forward and going back. Now to open up our hips, we're going to do knee hugs. We're getting to the end of this now. Just a few more reps. Let's do 10 of these. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And last, we'll do leg swings. So what we'll do here, if you need a chair for balance or a wall, you'll extend your leg out and your momentum will be, you'll have a slight swing to begin with. And then you want to increase your momentum so that you're extending that leg and opening up your hip. And then we'll do the other side. We'll start with a slight momentum or a slight swing and then increase our momentum so that we're getting a full extension. All right. That's all I have for you this morning. Your body should be warm now and prepared for a great walk.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson, and to everyone who participated on the program. All there is left to do is move. So while you're out moving, inside moving, please make sure you post your pictures using the hashtag UNCF Detroit Walk and UNCF Michigan, as well as lace up the number 4 UNCF. Thank you all again for a wonderful year and a great event. Go out and move.
UNCF presents scholarship recipient Keelan Lyons.
My name is Keelan Lyons. I am a junior at Morehouse College. I've been student teaching here at Barack and Michelle Obama Academy Elementary School in Atlanta, Georgia. As a paraprofessional since fall 2016 when I decided to change my major to early childhood education. My responsibilities consist of small group, peer tutoring, and also whole group class teaching. Raise your hand if you think you want to present your story to the class. Not your voice, your hands. Okay, good job. Everybody clap it up for Darius, okay? All right. Now you got the chance to see what I do at Barack and Michelle Obama Academy. Now let's head on to Morehouse College where I learned the foundation for my education. So now we're at Morehouse. Going to a HBCU was important to me because it helped me evolve into the man I am today. It connected me to my culture, and it gave me an appreciation for my heritage. UNCF means an equal shot on the playing field for a chance of my life to be better from where it started.
The path for Keelan to attend college wasn't a very easy one. He's dealt with unimaginable loss.
I lost my mom at 10 years old. Autopsy's unknown. Later on, I moved in with my grandparents. 2 months later, my grandpa died of a broken heart. He lost his only baby girl. My grandma had to start wearing the pants in the house. Little did I know, at 17 years old, she passed away. Only dream she had was for me to graduate.
Due to lack of finances, Keelan was at the brink of withdrawing from school this past semester when UNCF stepped in with funds to help him continue his education. He is extremely grateful.
To all of the donors that helped children like me make it to college when we couldn't without you guys' help, I honestly just want to say thank you. Matter of fact, I want to thank you guys with my life. I want to make sure that I take my degree and become the best educator I can.